Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress, Nuhu Toro, joins me now for more on the meeting with Mr. President tomorrow and Labour's expectation. Mr. Toro, thank you for joining us on the news this hour. What does Labour make of what has happened thus far, aftermath of the expiration of the tripartite committee negotiations?
Well, good evening and thank you for having me. Thus far, I think it is important to stress the fact that this move by Mr. President is really a welcome development. A welcome development in the sense that the labor movement has put forth our proposition demanding for 250,000 naira as minimum wage, while the government and private sector employers are stopped at 62,000. So the president's intervention for us is quite critical. It's critical in the sense that he is the president and father of the nation, and in a stalemate situation like this, it is important he intervenes. So it's really a welcome development, and the organized labor are highly excited with this move. However, we are not distracted. We are keeping our eyes on the ball. The mandate we have from Nigerian workers is 250,000, which is what we expect Mr. President to corroborate at the end of the day in this very important meeting tomorrow.
I understand the mandate. I can also tell the margin between 250 and 62. But are you optimistic that both parties, the presidency and organized labor, will be able to reach a compromise tomorrow?
I am. I'm very optimistic. And again, it is also important to stress that in a situation like this or in negotiation, the organized labor usually don't have a fixation. Don't forget, we are also Nigerian, so we understand the peculiar way and manner things are going on in Nigeria vis-a-vis the campaign over time that has been going around town about ability to pay. So invariably, we are going with good faith. We are going with free minds. But ultimately, we are going there to also appeal to the father of the nation, Mr. President, to consider these workers that toil to create the wealth that has been appropriated by government and employers, to give us the little we are requesting for in form of redistribution of Nigerian wealth. Since we are citizens of Nigeria, of course, we also demand to partake in the wealth that we toil to create.
There are two schools of thoughts that have been popularized in the past weeks. One has to do with decentralizing the minimum wage and allowing states to be able to negotiate uniquely based on what they earn. Some have also talked about perhaps what the minimum wage should speak to what workers earn per hour. How do you react to both thoughts?
Well, as citizens, everybody has a right to his opinion. Again, these school of thought do not hold water. Don't forget, we are running a federation state, which suggests that both the state and local government are subsumed or directly or answerable to the federal government. And that is why you see the composition of the minimum wage team, that the governors forum are ably represented. Of course, because of the tripartite nature of the minimum wage negotiations, we also have employers of labor in the private sector, which suggests that head or tail, their concerns have already been factored because they were part of the negotiation from the beginning to the end. And again, sometimes people misunderstand the concept of minimum wage. It is intended to protect the vulnerable workers. So if you sever the minimum wage from a tripartite negotiation, automatically what you will be doing is surcharging the workers in the states and local government. So in my opinion, that assertion will not fly and it will not hold water.
Well, all eyes on that meeting tomorrow. Nigerians are expectant to have both parties reach an agreement. Secretary General, Trade Union Congress, Nuhu Toro, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me. And Nigerian workers are hopeful. We know at the end of the day, there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
We're counting on it as well. Well, it's exactly 1 year